Hi everyone, welcome to today's video where we are going to do our Inventor for Beginners exercise number 3. So let's jump right in. So once you open up Autodesk Inventor, your home screen should look something like this. So we've got our recent category and we've got a bunch of tools at the top section here. And there's something to note before we start drawing our sketches. You can, from this window, head to your application options and change your units of measurement that you are going to work in. So it's either going to be millimeters or inches, but that's an easy and a quick explanation how to change your unit measurements. And we've already done that in a video, and I'll post the link to that video in the description down below. As well, you can click at the top right of your screen. There will be a pop-up to direct you to that video. But to get back to this, when we want to start drawing, we will head over to our file section and click on new. Once you click there, this pop-up window will appear where you can create a new file or a drawing. So for our purposes today, for this video, we are simply going to stick to creating a 2D and 3D drawing. So I'm just going to select the standard.ipt file here, and I'm going to head down and click on create. So once Inventor has loaded and you can then enter your drawing environment, as you can see here, this will be displayed if AutoCAD has entered your drawing environment. So from this, it's quite simple. We're going to start our sketches. You can start your 2D sketch on your left-hand side of your ribbon, or you can simply right-click on your screen and then just drag down to create a new sketch. And from here, you can see this 3D representation of your planes where you want to be drawing. So we've got our X and our Z plane, got our Y, Z plane, and our X and Y plane. So this depends on the type of drawing that you want to draw, but normally you would like to draw from your X, Z plane, but you can select any plane. As I said, it depends on what type of drawing you want to create. So for our drawing, we're going to sketch in our X and our Z plane, and I'm going to select this, and you'll see Inventor rotate, and from at the top right of your screen, you can see your orientation of this drawing as of this stage, and on your bottom left, you can see your axis shown there. So we just want to get this in our correct form, so I'm just going to flip this to get my X plane going to the right hand side, and I want my Z plane to be pointing upwards. So I'm just going to flip over this sketch, and now that our orientation is correct on this side, you can see our sketch at the right hand side actually doesn't correspond to what we would like. So from this, I'm just simply going to right click, and I'm going to head down to set current view as my top view. So once you selected your top view there, you can see now everything, our orientation is correct, and we can start drawing this sketch. So as you can see, we've got our sketch on our left hand side here, and this is what we are going to try and draw today. And there are a couple of methods how you can approach this problem, but I'm going to show you an effective and a fast way to draw this sketch in Autodesk Inventor. So we're going to start out our drawing. I'm just going to draw our circles here. So you can see our center point is actually located at the center of the circle. And from here, you can then just select your diameter. So to note this, we're working in millimeters in this drawing, but if you're working in inches, you can follow along. The principles do stay the same. So we've got a 240 millimeter diameter of the circle. So I'm just simply going to draw that. Then I am going to draw the circles. As I know, this sketch doesn't look as if there's a lot of circles, but this is in fact an easy way. So we've got our outside parameter of 240, and then the inner circle has a radius of 100, so I'm just going to do a diameter of 200 and draw that circle as well. And then I'm going to draw our inner circle. This will be a 60mm diameter circle. And then lastly, the circle that we would like to draw has got a diameter of 30. So then we've got all of our circles now drawn up, and then I'm just going to right click and scroll to the right hand side and press OK. So from here you can see we've got a bunch of circles, and just to zoom in to show you, we've got our diameter of this circle as 30, we've got this one as 60, and you can then just change these or move these parameters depending on where you would like them. But this is our first basic for this section, and now we would like to continue this drawing from here. If in fact you did select an parameter that is not correct, you can simply double tap on this dimension and you can change your dimension from there. So it's a quick and easy way. Once you draw something and you realize you have entered the wrong dimensions, you can then just revert back to your drawing and then double click on your dimension to change your dimension. So we've got our basic circles now, and from this I'm simply going to draw lines from our sketch. You can see the center of this sort of like a wheel spoke. We've got a diameter or a section that is 20mm in width. So that's quite simple. We would like then, I'm just going to hit the tab button to get to my X value. So my X value is going to be 10 to the right hand side, and my Y value can be anything. So let's just select it there. I'm just gonna keep it inside our outer boundary, but I want it to run straight through, as you guys can see from here. So now I'm just going to select my degrees. I want a 90-degree angle for this. I don't want anything heading off to the side, and then I'm just going to select this, and I'm just going to draw this through, and you will see in a moment how we can do this. So my X value on this side will be -10, and then again my Y value can be anything there. So let's just draw this through. I'm just going to make sure my 90 degrees is holds there, so that we do not have an offset on these lines. So once you draw a line, you can see this continues on. Then you can simply just right click and head to OK to finish the line that you have drawn there. So then again, I'm just going to do the same for this side. So we're working with a Y value of 10 on this side, and my X value can be, well, wherever it wants to be. We've indicated that. So once you can draw these lines, then just finish them off. I know this seems kind of clumsy to do it this way, but you'll see in a moment it's actually quite fast to draw this whole section exactly the way you want to. So we've got our lines now. Let's just finish this line. So now we've got our basis for this drawing, and now that we've done this, I'm going to use our trim tool at the top here in our modify section of our ribbon. I'm going to head to our trim tool, and now I'm going to start to trim away all of these options. So as soon as I trim these lines, you'll see the boundaries of these lines, they do continue to these other lines here. So I'm just going to just trim away to get the form that we would like to. So as soon as I trim these options, let's just trim that. Sometimes this can be a hassle when you draw these lines through here, but it's quick and easy to trim away. Let's just undo that. So let's just trim away all of our excess lines here, just to get you a clear idea of what we are dealing with. So this is sort of something that we want to see. So now we can then trim this line our circle here, and we are starting to get the shape that we would like to. So as soon as we trim all of these excess lines, as you can see here, it's actually quite fast, quite simple to get this shape of this wheel that we would like to see. So let's just press OK, right click and click OK, and now you can see to the start of our section here. So let's just trim. I'm just going to trim again. I forgot to trim this section of the wheel here. So to get our parameters set there. So there you can see we've got everything trimmed. And as soon as we zoom out, you can see or start to see this section. So just going to delete this line. So now that you can see we've got our wheel looking something like we want it to. So the next step is quite easy on how to finish up this sketch the way we want to. So for this part, I'm going to use the fillet function, and this is located in the create section of our ribbon. So I'm going to click on fillet, and as you can see on our sketch, we've got our radius of 10 millimeters that we want to fillet. So as soon as I click on a section, you can see our fillet has been done on that section. So then again, just going to fillet all of these sections, and now we can start to get the shape that we want to on this arch. So let's just continue to use the fillet function. It's quite easy and fast to do this. And as soon as you start sketching it, you'll see this method works quite well. So we've got our radiuses of 10 millimeters for all of these sections, and now we can just continue to fillet all of these corners to get this smooth look on our wheel. So once you've done all of this, you can simply close your fillet there, and now you can start to see we have actually drawn up this wheel section, and you can see all of these points. Do not worry about this. These are only to indicate where your center point for this circle is. This is effectively part of a circle, so this only indicates where your applicable circles are. So I know this method is a bit unorthodox using the trim function, but when you do this, it's quite easy just to draw a lot of lines and then just trim away all of your excess lines. And at the end of the day, this is a quick way that you can draw this wheel. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you're done with this, we can simply then just select finish sketch at the right top of our ribbon, and from here you can see our sketch is complete. And now you can add extrudes to this to give some more volume to your 2D sketch. But this is the basics of how you can draw these type of sketches in Autodesk Inventor. So if you like this video, guys, please remember to like down below. That will help the YouTube algorithm get this video out to more people. And remember to subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss any of our upcoming Autodesk Inventor tutorials. And please share this video with anybody that you think might find this interesting. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, cheers.